And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as the initiative. We're going to be farming alien bases for a moment here for more exotics.
Taking it to them.
So,
At your service.
if we get up to about 64 more exotics, well, about 50 more, but up to 64, we'll be able to begin construction on another fleet after the one we've got currently going.
Heading to the LZ.
Standing by for orders. Heading to the LZ.
Okay. Another thing we can do, which I'm going to start doing, is we can start to set up mission control farming around Mercury. So, ring habs, low Mercury orbit. There we go. And on those new habs, I'm going to put some mission control. Pop in here. We're going to do battle station, agri complex, command center, solar farm. Right, so this will be net 6 mission control. It'll feed itself. It'll be... I put 2 agriculture complexes as an accident. I did. I only need one of the agriculture complexes. Solar farm, agriculture complex, command. I suppose let's also do a space, and we'll override that second agri farm with a skunk works to fish for some good events. Yeah, we got plenty of power there. Command. Oh, it was the meant to hit the battle station. Need a battle station to defend the thing. Hopefully, keeps the really small fleets away. So let's save you. You are gonna get renamed to... Wait. MC. And then back onto the list. In. Click. View. Apply. Back out. Rinse and repeat. In theory, that will probably work in any of the Mercury orbits without any real changes. And then on you, we were building our super colliders for making antimatter to fuel the warships. Let's keep doing that. That might be enough workers that will want a second farm, so let's put another farm down. Okay. Yeah, that will be a good use of Mercury and some renewable metals while we're waiting for the exotics to pile up to get the next set of 10 in construction.
I will help them.
Okay, so the aliens are responding to Jupiter. We need to get the new fleet out there, like, yesterday. Do I move the Mars fleet there? Get the Mars fleet there quicker. And then we could just rally the new one to Mars. Let's do that. They're coming to Jupiter. Let's have a fleet ready for them at Jupiter. Lucky Strike, conduct additional surveys. Didn't get the bonus, just the 25% base.
Things are cooling off.
Mission complete.
So we've got a federate with the United States. We don't need that. Unification with Slovakia. Repeat and continue because we need to do Slovenia as well.
Target secured.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Unable to destroy target.
Oof. Oof. Got a guy killed. Okay, so we need to replace that counselor. Inflexible's not particularly great check. Survivor. Increase stabilize. We're looking for one that can assault the aliens as well if we could. You would work. Commando here. Although, what orgs do I have in my unassigned pool? The Ferrocite Masters, specifically the one that got lost. Okay. Okay, so if it's government, we can use any government as well. Former helps government. Cautious could be removed. I think insecure can be removed. Well, it's a bunch of traits to remove. Hard target aware, survivor. Filming ties is better early in the game. Yeah, we're probably just going the commando. Yeah, okay. Recruiting you. No, never. One above you. That one. Unassigned org, you get the Ferrocite Masters back. The IMF. Children of the COG. CIA. 10th US Special Forces. Stake for all. Mining org. FBI. Sea Dragon. I think we'll get a chance to reevaluate. Come the council action phase. think it's the forebrain stimulator we don't want in the loyalty manager. Loyalty monitor. Okay. Oh, in the theory, it's telling me I have a space for another one, so we'll just plop another one on, so we're not over the ogre limit for the moment. And yeah, we'll wait until we get back to Counselor mission. As long as I got a safe place for early orgs, that'll be fine.
Ready for orders.
$25 admin. In fact, he's over admin cap by 1. Before we send him back to blowing up alien bases, you probably need to get his command up just a little bit. Although I think that is what we're going to raise first, so we will probably, with what we've got, be able to get him to full command. And we'll start working on espionage after that. Okay.
Where to?
That is why you don't want to fail in attacking these alien structures.
Heading to the LZ.
We'll be a little bit more willing to throw ops at the problem, but I prefer not to go through our counselors trying to get these exotics.
Gear up.
Your orders? Gear up.
There we go. Farm assignments, let time pass.
Offering support.
Things are stabilizing.
Oh, thinking about it, let's, I'm not going to change any of the ships we've already got under construction, but, ship class, we're going to upgrade you, which actually won't be an upgrade because it won't be a refittable upgrade. Got ECM, vectoring, target incubator, hydron trap. I'd like to add a repair bay and a salvage bay. Sure, that might work. Yeah, that made it a little bit heavier. It rejigged a bit of things. It'll also make it, in theory, a little bit less dangerous. But it'll handle acquiring more loot post-battle, and should be able to repair that frontal laser a little bit faster mid-combat.
Policy direction complete.
Oh, I need the Lee Federation moves in Switzerland and
Target destroyed.
the Netherlands.
The LZ is secure.
Target destroyed.
India 451 completes transfer, has arrived at Jupiter. Will begin resupplying.
Acknowledged.
Okay, you can't hunt aliens, so we'll have you on national policy duty.
Heading to the capital. Going in hot.
Reporting in. Going in hot.
Ready to go. Heading to the
There we
LT.
go.
At your
You
service.
can't hunt aliens. We got stabilizing
I'm
America,
here.
and you could actually hunt aliens, but we've got you on keeping, well, trying to get India to fix itself quicker. It's trying. More boost in, yes, Singapore. Go resupply. So now we're waiting for the aliens to arrive.
Lending my expertise.
Violence is abating.
The resistance is obviously encouraging resistance against the alien
Mission
nation.
complete.
Leave the Federation, the Alien Federation. Communicate they may not leave the Federation. Ooh.
Target remains operational.
Okay, we didn't have our guy die that
Target
time.
destroyed.
The LT is secure.
Universal confinement, fusion reactor 6 complete. Ultra cold neutron. This is for some drives. They're probably not building. Oh, I suppose one of them is also the an antimatter equivalent, yeah. Or no, not antimatter, particle weapon equivalent. Same crossing bridges. Colloidal drive. So those will do the interrogation techniques. And module complete. Ring core. Places. Ah, this is Mercury orbit. So these eventually that will turn into a bunch of mission control. Let's try to have you tell Switzerland to do that. We'll see
On
if
my
the
way to the
alien
capital.
says no again.
Ready for my mission. Taking it to them.
Ready for orders. Gear up.
Where to?
Okay.
We are going in.
Confirm assignments. Let time pass. Initial confinement fusion reactor 7. We'll do that over the interrogation techniques.
Offering assistance.
You know, we could just leave that there. It's fine.
Things are cooling off.
Rhodium Nova Torch. Not sure if that's the one we need as a prerequisite for the last drive. It probably is.
Policy direction complete.
I'm gonna say that we're leaving, but I think I'm just gonna say no. Yeah. Okay, so if we want to do that unification, I probably need to go the other direction and then have the EU invade. They've arrived at Jupiter. So I think it is time to sortie the new fleet, which is India 451. 10.3 hours. They attempt to disengage and go someplace else. We will still arrive in 1.1 hours, so they're not escaping. They're attempting to run for it. They're not going to succeed in running for it. They're immediately taking, their flankers are immediately re-engaging, turning around to try to face us. Thousand-kilometer range is where a laser will open up. There's the first burst of laser fire. Two enemy ships destroyed. See if we can quickly convert that to 3. Did quickly convert that to 3. Aliens are bringing in their reinforcements. Yeah, that one's probably weapon. Yeah, that one's maneuverability dead. Swap back to the main line, please. Looks like the enemy alien line has not necessarily turned to face us. Although maybe it has turned around. Yeah, maybe it's turned around. They're not burning towards us, they are drifting away. At least. Okay, try to destroy the closer connect ships first. Oh, he managed to get his plasma back online. Slightly annoying. Okay, the armor's holding. The point defense is keeping most of the connects off of us. Nope. Did we already lose one? We did. We're down from 10 to 9. The blistering valley of kinetics has managed to punch through and take out 2 ships. Although I think it's beginning to calm down. Well, that's annoying. We've lost 3 ships. I don't suspect we'll lose any more during the fight, but... I might have to make some more point defense into these ships. Because it's definitely the kinetics they're getting through. We'll see how many exotics we get from this fight. I might swap back to the Mark II plasma batteries to save on kinetic or on exotics going forward. There we go. So, the entire alien fleet, except for one, I think one managed to disengage, was destroyed at the cost of 3 Titans. Yeah, one managed to disengage. We got 16 exotics for that, so we were actually exotic negative on that. Although not by much.
Target secured.
Target secure.
The LZ is secure.
Okay, we want to go back down to the shipyard and Jupiter Low, where you can refit, refuel, join up with the other existing fleet. That'll bring you up to full 10 ships. Okay, I definitely didn't look at the time. It's going to take 163 days to get down there. How long until the next batch of aliens arrives? Do I need to do a council? That's Saturn, not Jupiter. $197, okay. Okay, so you can just take that slow burn, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay, let's make a variation on our ship. A variation on this thing that we're planning on building. The difference is mostly I'm going to put more point defense on it. So we're just going to slap a bunch more point defense on it. There we go. That way we can deal a little bit more kinetics. GG. So, obviously the fleet that we have under construction doesn't have any. And we're not going to do a refit into it. We'll have this bunch done in 43 days, and we'll get another 10 queued up as soon as they're done. We are equipped for that already.
At your service.
So there's one way to deal with this is I can self coup. Well, that's not necessarily easy.
Time for some fresh blood. Heading to the LZ.
Standing by. Heading to the LZ.
Ready for my mission. Going in hot.
Okay. Farm assignments, let some time pass.
Offering counsel.
Order is returning.
Okay, sailing off the United States for the moment.
Freedom, justice.
Coup ourselves the Netherlands, so that should take us out of... Yeah, it took it out of the Federation. Also didn't break any of our allies, which is perfectly fine. Stewards of the South. We're not that interested in that.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Target destroyed.
By the numbers.
Okay,
Reporting
so
in.
let's have you... Be fair, take the last point back from
Targeting
them.
the opposition.
You're assaulting alien assets. They're gonna start getting real hard at this point because we're left in the alien administration. What's making that really easy? Oh, that's alien life. That's what's making it really easy. Yeah, so we're gonna pay like
Going in
or
hot.
500 that or 500
Ready
each,
to go.
which is a lot, but we've got it. We can handle that burn rate for the moment.
Gear up.
Standing by.
Actually, you do the purge in the Netherlands.
Targeting the opposition.
You do the coup
Ready.
in Switzerland.
Time for a change.
Standing by. Taking it to them.
Your persuasion's capture 24. Yeah, your admin's capture 24, so it's science. Yeah, science. $24 cap? Yeah. Yeah, let's grab that last points in science. Okay. Let's confirm assignments, let time move.
Offering support.
India 459 will be the new fleet. There we go. So let's look at the alien presence. Tabs, actually. So all locations, but the alien, please. So we got them all the way out of Mercury, right? Yeah. And Venus, Earth, Luna. Inner system asteroids are where I'm worried. None in the inner system. None at Mars. Inner asteroid belt, no. Middle asteroid belt, yes. Scattered Fortress, Iron Tower, Burnin' Guardian. And then the outer, no. This implies there are ships at those locations as well. So yeah, we want to go burn these places down. So, India, 459, you have objectives. So Vesta must be inner. Ceres is the medium, I'm guessing? Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Letta. I want to save a little bit of fuel so we can burn quickly to the next objective. Take a 9-week burn out there, that's not too bad. And then from here we can burn to Ceres for fuel. Orbital debris strike. Quarter personnel on double shift to mitigate the damage. Quarters damage, and only quarters, okay.
New regime is in place.
New regime is in place. Once again, that takes us out of the alien administration. So that means on the next cycle we can start pushing you into the European Union.
By the numbers.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to get new ships queued. So, ship class, we want to build, we'll say 6 of you. And then 4 of the PD ones.
Velze is secure.
Score 1 for the good guys.
We are in control now.
Everything's with the command center's online, because of course the command center is the one we're waiting for. Okay. So we can expect there to be like 70 more mission control up here soon. So we got Switzerland's ready for Federation. Portugal and the United Kingdom actually ready for unification.
Time to make our move.
How many alien known structures do we have left? 3. All in the alien administrations. They're all going to be expensive ones to take.
Taking it to them.
Yoders?
At which point we'll have to track down another
Going in
servant
hot.
counselor if we want more.
Ready to go. On my way to the capital.
Reporting in. Gear up. I will help them.
Somaliland is free again. Profitable investments. Money makes the world go round.
Mission complete.
We're gonna do the Federations first because that puts them on time. Puts their timer on time.
Policy direction complete.
We'll do the unification second.
Target destroyed.
By the numbers.
Ooh, 7 exotics from there. That's great. Project Success paying off.
The LT is secure.
Ready to go. Where to?
Suppose it's science time on you. Yeah, command's max, admin's max. With science or security, you really don't need more security. Although we could take him to 25 if we really wanted to. We'll do science first. Your science, unless you wanted to give you affluent. Although security wouldn't be completely miss on you. Science and security, we're gonna go for science.
Standing by.
And yeah, at this point, all the known alien bases are destroyed.
We'll see what they're up to.
Ready for orders.
Into Denmark, I
We're
suppose, is
taking
next.
power.
Where do you need me? Terminating the opposition.
Do a little bit of direct investment into government in the EU. And then we're going to spend the rest of the influence on more income, so we can do that more often.
lending my expertise.
Move on to the Proteum Nova Torch, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's the one that we need for the drive. I suppose we can check quickly. It's the drive we used last time, so we can. We don't actually want to use it. Proteum Nova Torch is the one that is required for the last and arguably the best drive in the game. We'll slowly work our way towards that. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be... Well, we're not going to wait for it. If the antimatter delivers us to the end, we will use the antimatter. That's Project Exodus. That's not who we're looking for. Looking for the servants, although I probably would take a Protectorate one, see if the Protectorate knows anything. You've completed transfer to Low Linda Orbit. Is there an alien hab here? There is. Engage the hab first. Hi, Wall. We are going to come in slow because there is a fortress here. We basically want to fight the fleet, then the fort, if at all possible. They're mostly small ships here, so we'll work up from the smallest to the biggest, and or whichever comes into range first. Some members of the alien fleet have decided that they need to come see us sooner than the rest. Most of the alien fleet has decided they need to come see us sooner than the rest. Okay. Yep, they changed their mind. Healing torpedoes away. Not too concerned about those. I don't quite have the payload endurance to get through the BD. At least by themselves. Okay. Taking a little bit of damage, but we can work with that level damage. Gotta silence the guns and the ion meteor. Does appear to be silenced. Reject fire, try to silence the other kinetic weapons one. So that's one way to silence them. Just blow them up, that works. Bring the battlecruiser down, then we'll bring the cruiser down, and then we'll be at the defense, or be at the battle station at that point. Yeah, one's pretty heavily badly damaged. Rest are mostly intact, should serve well. This is protecting one of their mining bases on the moon here, or on the asteroid here. So destroying this is denying them more space resources. I mean, hopefully that'll have enough Delta V that we can, or after rebalancing the fuel, have enough Delta V that we can get to Ceres for repairs. Ceres is the closest repair asset, let's say. There we go. That gave us 5 exotics. In theory, we didn't lose any of the ships, so it should be easy enough to get most of the value back from these ships. Destroyed the HAB, 9.8 hours. High-level bombardment of the base down below. Here we go. Target destroyed. Share propellant. Equalize the Delta V. What is the burn time to the base at Ceres? Need you to go a little faster than that, guys. Just a little. Guessing that is we've lost drive effectiveness on one of the ships. Yeah, we've lost drive effectiveness on one of the ships. Okay. Split off that one ship. Now they arrive at 13 weeks. That's a lot more manageable. And that one last ship can still do that burn. It's going to go by itself. We're not going to have everyone else wait for it. Because in theory, we got 3 more targets we want to hit in the asteroid belt in a reasonable amount of time.
Policy direction complete.
Mission complete.
Meritorious performance, that's good to see.
Mission cancelled.
We're in control here.
Oh. Someone purged the place we were targeting Denmark, or I screwed up and targeted the same place twice, one of the two. I may have targeted the same place twice. Here we go, another 70 mission control online. We got 300 spare. And yeah, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and put the part break in. At this point, we're up to 20,000 fleet power and growing. Assuming we can source the exotics, we can build 6k fleet power basically every year or so. The aliens still outnumber us, apparently 3 to 1. I think previously it was 4 to 1, so we're moving in the right direction. As far as the primary objectives go, on Earth it's not enough. We are approaching 80% of the world's GDP. We only need 60%. We have check marks for fully built space bases with all modules at least tier 3 and powered, and all but Saturn. There are only 3 alien fleets. Well, 3 fleets. They don't necessarily have to be alien to meet this criteria, but 3 fleets that we have to destroy. And everything alien-wise that we have to destroy, which is tier 3 or greater, are Saturn or farther out. So at this point, we are, other than the fact that we are on the receiving end to multiple attacks on the way into Jupiter, we're mostly on the offensive at this point. Maybe not moving as fast as we'd like, but we're on the offensive. Tech-wise, we are in the repeatables. Most of them we've only done once. We're working on the second pass on some of them, although space science will be working on the third pass. Global-wise, have we stopped global climate change? It does look like global climate change is beginning to recede. Although not by much. Last year we were 474.93. Now we're at 474.39. So climate change is being reversed. Who knew the corporations were the solution, right? IRL, I don't think they are, but in the game they are. That's what we're working towards. So yeah, we'll start to drag these down. And we'll probably get carbon dioxide under control pretty quickly. Well, I say under control. It's not going up, which is an improvement. It'll get better. I'm not sure how quickly it's going to get better. That was a year, and it's 0.6. On the other hand, we are controlling more and more and more of the world. And more of our world is approaching 10 sustainability, right? So America's probably the worst defender. EU was at 10, but then we merged some people in that lowered it. Caliphite's going up. India is at a full 10. I probably could actually slow India's environment down to work a little bit more on building up its GDP. China's at 99 or 9.99. It's almost there. Republic of China is there. Same thing in China. I could probably lower the environment in China a little bit to focus on getting its GDP up a bit. Singapore, of course, that's basically what we did in Singapore. Is we did get it to 10, but we're not focusing heavily on Singapore because it's Singapore. Singapore should not be the solution to the world's global climate change all by itself. And we're rising in the Eurasian Union as well. But yeah, we're working well in global climate change. We've fixed the noble problem over the stream, I'm going to say. At this point, we're now running into the problem of we can always move to a different problem. The problem now is if we want to be using the fancy new weapons, they're all made out of exotics. So we're having to find sources of exotics. Yeah, so we got a fleet under construction. I might actually have enough to just queue another one up behind it. So what? 6.1 times 6 is going to be 36.6, and we need to add another 30, let's say 4 times 4, so 1642. Yeah, we could just queue up another batch behind it, just a whole another batch behind it. We're going to obviously wait until we have the nobles, but so as soon as this fleet launches, we're going to just throw another one in the Spaceworks. And so fleet done, next fleet in the queue, fleet done. We'll see if we have another one in the queue behind that one, but that's kind of the plan. Every year get another fleet out, and slowly work our way out. At this point, we've now got every orbit, major orbit controlled. So we got one in Mercury, one in Earth, one in Mars, one in Jupiter. We got one going around the asteroid belt to clear the asteroids out of aliens. There's only 3 alien bases there, so that shouldn't take too long. And then I suppose when that one's done, we may take the trip out to Jupiter. Well, we'll take the trip out to Jupiter. It may from there take the trip out to Saturn. We shall see. But I hope you have been enjoying. Obviously, there will be another stream. We are not done tonight. We've got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the Oort cloud. Although I believe the aliens at this point are on the back foot as they have a less and less capacity to mine. And at this point, our limiting factor is not mining anymore. Although, we would like a little bit more mining, because then we'd focus more on redirecting resources to Earth and make Earth a little bit utopian. Our capitalists would like to live
I'm here.
in a world where they are rich and not having to worry about global climate change. So that's more money. More money. Plus, more GDP. We like the GDP to go up. The world's GDP we like going up. And I suppose our GDP everywhere is going up. Everywhere we own has positive GDP growth. No, except the United States. We'll have to fix that. Although the United States has been trying to fix its cohesion. It's been doing double time on cohesion fixing, and it's getting there. It was previously, if we left it alone, the public support fell, the cohesion would drop into the negatives. Now, we can basically forget about it and still keep positive cohesion. So we're going the right way. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. But yeah, hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part of this up probably tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, let me bring up the schedule. Oh, I'm getting the one in the ad starts. I'm going to snooze that. We don't need an ad as we're bringing the stream to a close. If you're watching on Twitch, today was Terra Invicta. Tomorrow will be Panzer Corps 2. We will be doing Operation Sea Lion. Tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, will be Shadow Empire and front of some aliens. Hopefully, we'll be at the point where we feel like we can go on the offense because we're no longer being ball and chained by our logistics network. Thursday, we're going to be back to Whiskerwood. It'll be year 3. I think we might try to get some conveyor belts set up. And then Friday, we'll be back to Terra Invicta. I think we will probably be moving into Saturn in the next one, in the next stream, to get the next check mark in here. At which point, we're just going to be building fleets to chase the aliens out of the system, right? Because once we've got Saturn, we don't necessarily need to build, we just need to get enough of a setup in each of the locations that we can refuel and fight and repair. Rinse and repeat. We don't necessarily need to colonize Uranus or Neptune. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all the best of luck and a good time, and catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.